Hi there. I wanted to talk a little bit on this video just about negotiations in recovery and how it's a real kind of telling signal as to whether you're really doing as well as you think you are in your recovery journey. For me, a lot of my progress back to health was about realising that I needed to let go of compensatory behaviours. So I might have thought I was doing considerably better in terms of what I was eating or how much I'd reduced my exercise, but I became very aware that actually everything still had to have a negotiation around it. There had to be some level of compensation. So I was now allowing myself to have that certain fear food. I was now allowing myself to not exercise as many times in the week as I used to do. But there was a trade-off. And it took me a long time to realise that actually I wasn't recovering at all, because so long as I was continuing to have those trade-offs and continuing to make negotiations every single time I was doing something that somehow I thought was defying the eating disorder, actually I wasn't really moving forward. I was just finding a reason to say it was okay to do it because. So I just challenge you, wherever you are on your recovery journey, just to think about how many times are you feeling that you're conquering something only to then justify it by another behaviour. So that might be as simple as saying, okay, I'm now allowing carbohydrates back into my diet, and every day I have a bowl of cereal and a piece of toast, and then I go out for my run, or then I go for my walk, or I have a bigger evening meal than I ever used to do, but I make a deal with my family that to do that, I have to be able to go for another workout afterwards. Now, that sort of behaviour just doesn't need to exist. So, and if you're still doing that, that says to me that you're still living in a very disordered mindset. You may now have restored some weight. You may feel that you're now able to live a more social life around your food, and you may not have that obsessive thought process around eating and exercise that you once did, but you're still making a trade-off, you're still negotiating, you're still feeling that there's a pivot around which your food, your level of exercise, your level of rest, your level of just self-acceptance exist. Now, if all of those are spinning together, you still have an eating disorder. At the point that you are fully recovered, you won't worry about how much exercise you have done. You won't worry about how much bigger portion of a meal you're going to eat or at what time of day you're going to eat it. You won't be doing that compensatory behaviour. So if any of those things are still existing, just ask yourself whether your mindset is fully restored, fully recovered. And I don't say this to anybody to beat you up with, how well you're probably doing along your journey path, because as we talk about all the time, nutritional rehabilitation is one thing, but the neural rewiring takes considerably longer. So you may need to take, a good 18 months, 2 years before you get well and truly out of that compensatory and negotiation mindset. But I'd be really interested to know whether you feel that actually, yes, you have to kind of wake up and accept you're still doing that to some degree, and is it still holding you in your eating disorder pattern? All right, look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot.